Okay. 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 Um, I tried doing Naruto with so much, and my recording just going off. So I'm gonna do a deku with that. I just want to do. So it's basically what if Naruto could shapeshift, or had a shapeshifting quirk. So let's just start off by making a couple of conditions. One, you have to either know the animal's geology, or two, have a piece of its DNA that allows him to transform. As Naruto can also do things like hollow out his bones and stuff like that. He can basically reform his body as he pleases. But there's also a couple downsides. Um, and if he eats like Kachan's DNA, he can also change into Kachan too, and also uses quirk. But if he changes his DNA just a little bit, he can also use his quirk. But he has to change his DNA in his arms to actually use it. So, and like changing his body also come with side effects. And if he wants to just make like extra parts of his body, he also has to change up his body to fit the thing so it works better. Like if he like use wings, he has to make his body lighter, like drop off some of the excess muscle and excess fat, and like hollow out his bones, like I said before, and stuff like that, to make himself ready so he can actually fly. And I'll also say Naruto's a genius in this one, or he's just ridiculously smart. So Inko always knew that Naruto was pretty smart even when he was young, and he also took a lot of interest in studying animals. So not Inko just I think I was saying Naruto before, but I was saying. So basically Inko thought, you know, Deku might have a super intelligence course. But that was all changed when they made it to the the quirk doctor. And basically Naruto's quirk was he could basically what do you say shapeshift. He could reform his body at will, but he has to know how to do it first, or consume a piece of its DNA. But the downsides are it's really, really painful. And there's a couple others, but that's gonna reveal themselves during the what if. And basically, Deku grew up basically just reading up on a lot about animals, and also and basically he knows everything about animals inside the entire world. And he moves on to dinosaurs and mythical beasts. The first mythical beast he works on is how should I say it? A manticore. Basically, it's just basically a chimera of like the lion, a scorpion, and eagle. I think that's what a manticore is. So basically, he wants to work on like just making like theories about chimeras, like and fusing a bunch of different animals together to make mystical beasts like dragons and like learn how to do that. But he also works on only making partial transformations, like making wings and making antennas or making just like just his DNA different to make him stronger. He works up on a lot about that, but he also makes a friend along the way. Um, the friend's like 4 years older than him, but his family was loaded and basically he had a quirk that works with tech. They basically worked on each other's quirks together and they kind of looked over it all together and stuff. Till the fateful day that one day he hears a couple gunshots as Deku ran out to the living room. But, well, let's just say he's like 12 when this happens. And he sees a villain standing over, or like a criminal just standing over his mom with a gun as he sees his mom with a hole in her head. Mm, and so, Deku gets angry as a couple tentacles comes out of his arms. And these are just basically like jellyfish tentacles. He throws the tentacles at the the criminal or villain, whatever you want to call him. The villain tries shooting him, but Deku quickly dodges and ties him up with the tentacles and shocking him with electricity. And he called the police. The criminal was put in jail, but in court, somehow, because the judge was dirty, the criminal didn't go to jail. And he was set free again. And he was adopted by the family of his friend. But his friend's mom and dad was never around. Like, the only time when he ever met them was the day he was adopted. And sometimes, his friend has to go out and stuff, and he comes back a couple days later. As one day though, it's basically just he's not bullied inside of school, and he doesn't go to the same school as Bakugo. And basically, he's working on a certain chimera. He tries to make the chimera have more like a human-like body, but like animal-like features, just to you know, kind of make just a small enhancement, and it's more usable to him because he'll be in a body that's more adjusted to how his physical body is. And basically, he makes it basically a chimera body where he has like these wolf ears, where he can basically see for miles or hear for miles. He has eyes of a hawk, which basically allows him to see very far. He has wings of like a kind of like a. This is basically like wings he like made through theories and stuff like that. Make him a lot better, and it seems a lot like dragon wings. Like, and the ears are red as. He also has. Never mind. But he also. And his eyes are red too. There's a couple there's scales around his body to act like armor. The scales all over his body to act like armor. There's basically like no penetration into his defense, and his speed is like cheetah's speed, as which allows him to run at 50 miles an hour. When he has his wings retract, when he has his wings out, he can run like 40 miles an hour, but he can also fly at no, let's go 100 miles per hour. Basically that it. But he also made things just enough around with. Like he has like a paw, like kind of like a cat. He basically a cat girl, but a guy, basically. And let's just say this Deku is kind of a pervy, just a little pervy. As he makes like a cat like body. That's like a demi-human kind of body where he, his his hair is green and he has green cat ears and green paws for hands. And basically like a demi-human thing, just to get the girls, basically. And he is very attractive, and he basically does get a lot. He's very popular too. So basically makes himself to an elf. He learns how to use a bow too, and like whips and kind of like a scarf how Izawa does, but he uses it with tentacles from a jellyfish that he modified. But he was working on a very big plan. But I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to end this video off here though. And about this big plan, you'll see in future events. But he knows it's gonna be very hard to work on, and he's basically gonna not be able to work on any other transformations in a couple years because how hard this one might and long this one might take. His senses he's now in a rich family. He also learned how to use guns and stuff. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call this one off here. I don't know why my other videos were cutting off short with solo loving one. Naruto has solo loving one, but my videos were cutting off like it cut off like 5 times. That's I literally went through the entire video 5 times, but apparently this one is not, you know, working and stuff. And I'm gonna go. Bye.